All right, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, before I begin this lesson, I want to say call hello, Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai. Double honors be to our apostles, elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessing, salutations be to you, sincere Akim Wakwath out there. All right, brief lesson. Something I was thinking about yesterday. The brother had sent an image. It was a newspaper. I'm going to go ahead and pull it up. It's called, it's for Tennessee, for Nashville, basically. It looks like Tennessee in general, but the brothers in Nashville. Nonetheless, so you can see, of course, the top headline. But then there was one down here, right? The brothers, we're talking about. Says roughly half of Nashville's 2021 criminal homicides remain unsolved. So damn near half of the murders that had occurred in Nashville, well, technically last year now, January to December of 2021, remain unsolved, meaning there was no convicted murderer. Meaning about half of those murders, there was no judgment that came down for that. So you have families and loved ones and friends that know somebody, that were close to somebody that got murdered in cold blood, and there's no justice. You see? And what that reminded me of, us, like what we were talking about, was the fact that, first of all, let me get this, because this is all in the scriptures. All right, that's the first thing to understand. This is 2 Ezra 9:1. It says, "He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself." All right, in order to measure the time, you got to be knowing what you're looking for. Yahushua told us things to be looking for in Matthew the 24th chapter. It says, when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So we can see that judgment is starting to go out. All right, there was really no real justice here in Babylon the Great to begin with, but there's definitely not now, because there was another statistic that came up, I believe like a month ago now, that homicides have risen. They've escalated. All right, in certain major cities. Okay, homicide rates are rising, and not even necessarily steadily rising. They're skyrocketing. Okay, and of course suicides have been rising as well, because it even tells you, Proverbs 29:2, when the wicked are in authority, the people mourn. Okay, and that that you can use that to substantiate the significance of the suicide rate. People don't have a good time. They're not living life. Because Babylon doesn't bring life; it brings death. All right, and people eventually realize that, or some people do at least, and they realize there's nothing for them here, and that this place is just depressing. Us brothers in this truth and us sisters. All right, the difference is, this place fucks with our head and we hate it, and it may at times make us feel depressed, but we have joy in the Lord. All right, we have hope. We have Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, within our spirit. We're looking forward to salvation. We have something to fight for. These people in the world, they don't have anything to fight for. So some of them, especially Edom, this being their kingdom, and they still don't win sometimes. They off themselves, man. And it's only, and the suicide rates are only going to go up as well, because iniquity is abounding, because it's going to get worse out here. All right, because it's going to get harder. There's going to be a big squeeze. All right, Esau's about to lay the hammer down on Babylon the Great and the whole world, really. but especially Babylon. We know that's the pinnacle of wickedness, if you will, if that's the right word. But let me go ahead and get back into these murders. Matthew 24 in verse 12, it says, and this Yahushai, all right, as you can see, red letters, all right, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So what does it mean for the love of many to wax cold? People are not going to regard one another's safety. They're not going to regard one another's feelings, families, nothing. Okay, people are going to become self-centered, selfish. They're going to become rude. They're going to become violent. All right, and we've already seen it. When this pandemic had originally started, if I'm not mistaken, you had somebody get stabbed over toilet paper or water. Then on Black Fridays, you had people getting beat up and killed over some deals, man. So how much more so when it gets to the point when there's a scarcity of something and somebody's got 3 kids? Well, guess what? And you're over there sitting with abundance in your house. They're gonna break into your house. All right, they might break into your house and just take your stuff. They might break into your house and kill you. They might break into your house, kill you, and eat you. You know, scriptures talk about cannibalism. People are going to become extremely desperate out here. All right, and certain areas are going to get hit so hard that people are going to resort to eating one another. All right. But it says, verse 13, and this goes out to the elect right here. It says, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Okay? So the elect, to the elect out there, to those who sincerely believe in Yahweh Shemel Shai, if you endure unto the end, you're going to be saved. All right? Second Ezra 15 and 19, it says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And that speaks for itself. All right, so people aren't going to care about your situation and how hungry you are. All they're going to be caring about is what they need, what they want. Okay? And they're going to go out their way and do whatever they can to fulfill those desires that they have. All right, which is also why we talk about, you women that may not have a man or of the Lord, or at least the Lord, of course, above all, right? Have the Lord. You women out there that want to live lawlessly, especially, those of you that want to, throw your body around like a cloth, to each and every man, just, like Elder Malcolm says, riding the cock carousel. Well, men are going to have their way with you, man. And men are even going to have their way with men. Okay? You don't understand how grimy this place is going to get. And even they showed you that in the Dark Knight movie. When Batman was interrogating the Joker told us, and yes, I say us, he was telling the people that was watching it, really, okay? Esau puts, messages in movies, man, and in shows and comics and everything. All right, that's why you got to have a spiritual eye, man. See these different things, which Lord will, we can, continue to, because there's a lot of information out there that we can use for lessons and use to, ready our minds. All right. But he said this is what the Joker said. He said, when the chips are down, when hell breaks loose, these civilized people, all right, so the people you may see in your daily commute, the people you may see at restaurants, the people you may see walking the streets, riding bikes, delivering packages, whatever, these civilized people will eat each other. Okay? You don't understand just how fragile how fragile society is until it faces an economic collapse, or faces, some sort of major struggle, or gets impacted with some major plagues. You have no idea how fragile your neighbors really are. You have no idea how fragile the people you work with are. They may seem cool now. They may offer you things now. They may talk a big game saying how certain things, if this happens, that happens, they do this, they do that. But the reality is they'll turn into a complete savage. And I don't mean savage in a newspeak way, how, my generation be using it today. I mean a savage as in a beast. Okay? So Lord, what this was edifying to the elect. I want to give all praises, glory, and infinite honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachak, Wadash. Them honors be to the apostle and elders, great millstone. Peace, blessings, salutations be to you brothers and sisters out there. Shalom.